Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kane McGuire, and I'm joined by first-year Bulldog basketball head coach Eric Konkol. And Coach, May 18th, you were announced as the 18th coach in program history, and now you're just 10 days away from the season opener. How fun and how hectic have the past 5.5 months been for you?
It's been a great 5 months. This is what you really dream of. You dream of being a head coach and running your program and getting to work with great quality student athletes. And we've had a productive 5 months and can't wait for the season to begin.
And I know whenever you first got the job, one of your top priorities was hiring a well-rounded coaching staff. But also high up on your list was being involved in hiring a full-time strength and conditioning coach. Talk about what Casey Catherall has been able to do in his short time here and what impact he's had on the team.
Well, any great organization has great people, and that was really the first order of business. On top of getting to know the players was to hire great people, and our assistant coaches have developed our guys well on and off the court, and Casey Catherall has been an instrumental piece to getting them stronger. And we've had tremendous gains in the last 6 weeks. Casey joined us at the end of the summer, and we're really excited about the future, where we're headed in our strength and conditioning.
You're about 23, 24 practices into fall practice. You lost 56% of the team's minutes, I believe, from last season. Have you noticed a heightened level of competition in practice for players wanting to kind of step up and fill those roles and have a new role in the team?
There's no question. We've had really competitive practices, and I've learned from these guys that anything with a score on it, whether it's a shooting drill or a 3-on-3 or a rebounding drill with a score, they really get after it. So we've tried to put them in those situations as many times as possible, and there's no question there's opportunity to be realized by several of these guys that have played limited roles, limited minutes, and now there's opportunity to play more, and they're competing hard for it.
It's been well documented the last 4 years, 101 wins, 3 conference titles, 3 postseason appearances. Have you also noticed from your players their want and their desire to carry on this standard of excellence that's been built over the past 3 or 4 years?
They're very aware of the tradition here, and some of the former players that have come back, and they talk about really carrying the torch, and the older players have passed that torch on to them. So it's the great thing about tradition and a standard of excellence, where there's something inside that says, hey, we need to push forward, we need to keep getting better every day, because we want to continue to do what those have done before us.
Let's talk a little bit about the roster. Alex Hamilton and Eric McCree, 2 of the top 3 scorers that returned from last season. What have you noticed from them? How much do you plan to lean on them this season, not only for their performance on the court, but even off the court and leading by example with some of the young guys?
Well, they've been there before, and they've produced for successful teams, and that's the example that we want for all of our players and our recruits when they look at our program, to say, hey, here's some guys that are doing it at a high level, both for the team and producing numbers themselves. And they've been great leaders. They've, I think, improved. They've gotten stronger. They've become more skilled. I think that they've really grabbed a hold of what we're trying to do here, and they provide that example for the younger players, and that's a great thing.
And fans always want to know about the newcomers. You have 2 transfers, Leantoine Luckett and Deshaun Robinson, and 2 true freshmen, Jalen Washington and Derek Jean. What have you seen so far from them? How much have they improved through fall practice, and how much do you plan to use them during this season as the season progresses?
Well, we're so happy they're here, and coming getting the job in late May and finding some guys that we felt are really great additions to our program. We're thrilled that they're here. Leantoine has experience. He's in his 5th year of college. He's mature. He's got man strength, and he's got skills. And we're going to lean on his experience to really provide a lot of scoring and rebounding and playmaking at the guard spot. Same thing with Deshaun Robinson. He has experience. He's a junior. He played at a high level of junior college basketball, and he's got a mature game himself. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, hits open shots, makes the open pass to the open man, and we're going to rely on that experience. And then our 2 freshmen, Derek Jean and Jalen Washington, we think that they can help us this year as freshmen. But, of course, their best basketball is ahead of them. They're talented, they're hardworking, and they're driven to be very successful. So we're thrilled that all 4 of them are here, and we're excited about all of them.
As is the case every year, there are new changes in college basketball. Some of the more well-known ones are the shot clock going from 35 seconds to 30 and the arc being extended from 3 feet to 4 feet. But there's also been a lot of changes as far as contact and fouls and being able to use an arm bar. I guess talk about all of the new rule changes and how you foresee them affecting the game this season.
Well, the first one is the 30-second clock, and going from 35 to 30, and it's been many, many years that there was any type of change, but I don't foresee that being a huge change. I think a lot of teams are playing up-tempo. I know we will. It might catch up to you every once in a while if a team is playing some type of three-quarter soft pressure, and I think more teams will do that this year to try to shorten the game and extend the clock. There's no 5-second closely guarded rule anymore, so a dribbler can really just hold the ball and hold his man off and wear out the whole clock. There's also been a lot of talk about contact, and we scrimmaged last weekend, and the officials told our team and the other team, hey, we really are focused and we've been mandated to really let players play a free-flowing style. So no chucking of cutters, no bumping roll men. They're really going to look at that. So there was an adjustment because there was a lot of fouls called on Saturday, and we don't want to foul, and we want to keep guys on the floor. So that'll be an adjustment. And then lastly, there's going to be less timeouts. One less timeout than we've normally have, and the coach can't call a live ball timeout. One of the players has to. So slight adjustments, but I think they're good for the game. I think it's going to be as an exciting a year in college basketball as ever.
Exhibition this Thursday at home, and then your first two regular season games are also at home. What's the excitement? Do you feel like the anxiety is starting to kind of pick up a little bit, not only with you but with the players and the coaching staff of getting ready to be in this building with fans cheering you on and being able to get this season started?
Well, last night for homecoming and hoops, it was just a taste of it. You had some fans in here, and they're cheering for the guys, and it's really a great time of year. And as many times as you have practice and feel there's so many things we can work on, it's time to start playing some games. And the guys are excited, the coaches are excited. I know the fans are really excited, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, Coach.